the gig's up. So many of you perceptive audience members have probably figured out that yes, I have been inserting the narration into an AI voice generator. I can't believe it. I can't believe I've actually had to say this, but yeah, it's over and busted, and there's no coming back from this.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
So yeah, what a load of fucking, what a load of shit.
Do you think you could spare us the bullshit for 1 minute?
I've just seen loads of comments lately accusing me of using an AI voice generator. Funny because I imagine many of the people who commented that, and there was quite a few. At first, when you just see like little isolated comments like this, you don't really pay much attention to them, and why should you? It's just a product of the times, isn't it? Pretty much everything is AI, everything written is AI, every piece of visual content is possibly AI, and now every single human voice is AI. At first it wasn't as egregious as this, where it was like, there was some, I understood some of like the accusations on the internet, and even I was like, is this AI or not? And now to the point where I'm like, I literally know where it's an AI, even though it's getting a bit murkier. I can still really honestly tell within my own perception whether something is AI or not. Obviously this is just in its infancy, which is what's really weird about being accused of being an AI narrator, which is really fascinating, because I think on one level, why the fuck would I do that? Where is the fun and creativity in putting my voice into an AI generator, of which the rebuttal from some people who have replied in the comments section, who I've just mainly had a laugh with, was like, the gig is up, bleep blorp, I'm a robot. And I was like, there's no point even trying to convince some of these people that you're not an AI, because there's a really funny one comment the other day where it's like, they used Gemini to analyse my videos, and Gemini was like, yes, this has multiple similarities with AI generated speech, text to speech, because there's like a lack of imperfections, and there's not as many like human level noises like breathing and etc. It's like, whoa. So even if you edit your videos and etc. I'm sorry about this. It's my phone. I was just testing out to see if it's better than the GoPro. So now even when you do a good narration, and because back in the day, fucking a few years ago, when the first wave of AI accusations came out, it's like if you had a bit of a monotone voice or your delivery was a bit like one note, people were like, well, this is clearly AI. All the sort of like narration channels and that, they get accused of doing it. And now when you have someone like me who, I guess, I don't know, I don't really know how my voice sounds I just think I'm annoying as fuck. But when I do listen to my voice and compare it to like actual AI, there's genuinely a human level element of like inflections and some like dramatic element and etc. Fuck me, tell you what, my fucking hands are hurting holding that. But now it's got to a point where even if you sound like a human, you are basically an AI, which is like, okay, where do we go from here? This epistemological dark era that we live in, the murkiness surrounding epistemology, like which is what is true and what is not, the whole study of like knowledge and etc. Smooth brains the world over just don't know what's going on. It's not just smooth brains, is it? It's catching everybody. Not saying I'm fucking not a smooth brain. Definitely am. Case in point, I can't even speak. But it is concerning, really, that people don't know how to discern what is AI and what isn't in all walks of creativity. I as you know, I do sometimes use AI thumbnails, because mainly for me, I do take a lot of joy in featuring artists' work, especially because I love art and I love supporting artists. And I also do understand that there's a bit of well, there's sort of a war between AI slop and actual hand-drawn art, which we all know what's better at the end of the day. Although I must say that I do like AI art when it looks cool. I just think it looks cool. I'm not like, oh wow, this is an amazing piece of fucking creative talent. Even though I do think there's some creativity to sort of like finessed prompts and etc. But I'm not going to say that it holds a candle to hand-drawn human art that's a labour of love and requires struggle. And there's just this, for me, a deeper sense of meaning and beauty to it. But I can't deny that my eyes like the look of some AI art, and I use that for the thumbnails, and I like sort of making them myself as well. But I do prioritise hand-drawn stuff because I love that. I love animation, and I just fucking love drawings and paintings, and especially psychedelic tinged ones, and there's so many different styles to it. So now it's got to a point where even when I feature thumbnails, which for the most part I actually do a scan of my channel, but the majority of the thumbnails are actually hand-drawn. The percentage of AI ones in comparison to the hand-drawn human level, fleshy, biologically made stuff is, I don't know what the ratio is, but there's a higher ratio of hand-drawn stuff. Now it's got to the point where, I've been accused of all of my, because I've used 1 or 2 or 10 AI thumbnails, now all of them are AI, and people don't know how to, separate the wheat from the chaff, and it's getting really confusing for, I think, a lot of people. And I empathise with them. I don't know, I called them smooth brains, but like, it must be really hard when you have no idea what's true and what's false. And it is getting to a point now where people think this is bad already. This is just the fucking tip of the iceberg in terms of the loosening grasp on the truth in regards to what is AI, what is human. And the funny thing is a lot of human stuff is absolute bullshit as well. So AI bullshit's going to be even more egregious. But just to get back to the point regarding me is, no, I definitely don't. I don't use AI in any of my videos for the visuals or the voice or the music or anything. But the thing is, no matter how much I insist that I don't, the people that already believe that, they're going to live in this little confirmation bias bubble. I bet the people who commented that, and there was quite a few, if you're on my Discord, I often send screenshots of comments in that just gave me a little chuckle. But and they always do amuse me. I don't really feed into any sort of like negative reception or accusations or anything, because I'm like, why would I be bothered? I've been on the internet since fucking like 2009. I'm so desensitized to trolls, and I in fact, to be honest, they're some of my favourite comments because they're so amusing. What's the point of feeding into it? It's just fucking waste of energy. I see people get very emotional online about negative comments. It's just fucking part and parcel of doing all this, isn't it? Why would you want to be glazed all the time anyway? If anything, the glazing is the worst part, because you don't know if you're doing anything wrong. But then completely destructive comments are also just as bad, because they don't really help you out anyway. But no matter how much I insist, I could even take a video of me doing a recording process and put it out there, and even then the people who already believe that I am an AI slop channel will just keep propagating their own worldview. There's no evidence that you can give to some of these people because they're so locked in this paradigm of everything is fucking AI. And I think a lot of it comes from fear of an understandable fear of not knowing what's going on anymore. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get... Everything's just going to be so misconstrued at some point that they're going to start fucking telling you that your own physical reality is generated by an AI or something. So yeah, just for anybody who's actually curious, because I know some people were like, I saw a comment that replied to one of them saying that, I don't know what to believe anymore. I've been watching this guy for ages. I've just come back after a while, and either he's had like vocal surgery, or he puts his voice through an AI generator. And there was a few comments like that, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I should actually probably address this, because I just thought, there's just a handful. You're always going to get this in the current climate regarding AI and its effect on human consciousness and understanding of what is. So when I started seeing them, I was like, okay, maybe I should just clear it up for people who are actually genuinely confused. And it's not all just smooth brains. It's probably a bit callous of me saying that, but there are fucking some just thick people out there that just don't have a fucking clue what's going on and never have known what's going on. So this AI stuff has hijacked their fucking like low levels of cognition and made him even worse and sent them into a deeper, sadder decline. But then there's just some people who are like, I just understand that are genuinely worried and concerned and can just fall into a state of misconstruing everything when they could actually, if they just had a bit of that information, it would quell their fears and that. So to all them people, don't worry. I'm not. Why would I put my voice through an AI generator? Where's the fun in that? Where's the creativity? Why would I want to do that? The thrill of it for me is I fucking love narrating stuff for like. If you've noticed, I make longer and longer videos now because I just love narrating. It's great, and I can hone my voice, putting more hours into honing that skill. It's probably my only fucking skill. I'm an absolute brainlet. I don't know how to do fucking anything. The reason I love art and the arts and crafts and skilled people so much is because I lack so much of that in my own life. But the one thing I poured many hours into is narrating in my own voice and voice acting, audiobook stuff, narration, public speaking. I won a karaoke competition once, but that's probably never going to happen again. Yeah, the main thing for me is just my main rebuttal is why would I do that as a person who loves doing what I do? Why would I take the easy way out? And then some people are saying, oh well, of course you do that because it's an easier way to make money and stuff. It's like, well, fucking God, if you think Vivec's about making money like the main top priority, you really seriously do not get what this whole channel is about. It's just I love it. Not only is it to provide interesting, valuable information on mystical states via psychedelics and other hallucinogenics and spirituality and all the weird stuff that I just personally like near death. I just love stuff that goes beyond the mind. That's why I do all the alien stuff as well, whether I believe in it or not, whatever the truth is. I just like stuff that's not normal. I always have. I always just love paranormal and supernatural shit, whether I believe in it or not. And to be honest, I fucking don't believe in a lot of it, but I just find it interesting. So why would I want to just it's mad, isn't it? Because realistically, at the end of the day, the AI slop channels are just doing it because they want to make money, and it's easy. It's fucking easy. The main thing, if you want to stop this stuff, is try and discern whether it's AI or not, and stop fucking consuming it. Like I actively fucking block like stuff on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. That block the channels and say, I'm not interested. If I can tell it's AI, an AI shitty, that voice that you hear all the time, it's that same one with the same inflection and the same pronunciation and rhythm. And they're fucking horrible. Oh, that really like old man, and this is the saddest story you've ever heard. Or no, the other one, it's like, this is Dr. Pickles. This is the same voice. And it's the same inflection, the same tone every single time. I got the same range. And it's just fucking it made it fucking sound shite, man. Like, it is grating to listen to. It's so bad. Like, for me, AI overshadowing actual narration and actual like voice work has never been an issue in my own personal experience of life. Because like, why the fuck would I want to listen? That sounds absolutely whack, bro. But the thing is that it's so easily made that it's what's it called? What's the term called? Well, it's just bloating the entire fucking media landscape, and the more of that there is, I guess in a sense, if it's being fed through algorithms and that, it's going to drown out the actual creative stuff made by actual people who enjoy making creative stuff in any pursuit that they're engaged in, writing, drawing, speaking, singing, blah blah blah, etc. So really the main way to combat all this is to fucking just again focus on what you know, and hopefully you do know what is made by a person, and just support the arts and etc. And this isn't even to say I'm against AI in the long run. I think AI is fascinating. Scary, but fascinating. It's a bit like the internet. Opening fucking cybernetic Pandora's box and seeing what's going to happen. It's equally terrifying as it is intriguing. But I tell you what, on a level now though, I've realised that there's going to be many fucking hurdles and calamities before it may end up actually having some benefit. And the possibilities are now endless. It's crazy. We're entering some fucking like Animatrix world where like, are we gonna start fucking putting the AI in like biological like Blade Runner type humans, or we're going to put them in robots, and then they're going to become sentient and they're going to rebel against the humans like fucking HAL in 2001. The possibilities are endless, and it's as scary as it is engrossing. I hope for the best, but as we know, usually doesn't happen with humanity. We unleash this fucking godlike technology onto our like pea-sized brains that are so fucking limited and selfish, self-serving, even malicious, especially the people who run and make a lot of these. So I guess in a sense maybe another way to make AI better or combat the destruction that can come from it and the negativity is for conscious, wise, intelligent as well, not just intelligent but wise and conscious people on top of being intelligent. They need to get involved in this field and not just leave it to the corpo malevolent entities a la Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, scary world we live in, but don't fall into fear, or do your best not to. And I know it's hard, that's easier said than done, but just take a few deep breaths and engage in some consciousness expanding rituals that might eliminate some fear and allow you to navigate stuff, because there's inner fear and then there's sort of outer fear. Obviously, as you go deeper into spirituality, you realise inner and outer are not as fucking clear cut and separate as you may assume beforehand. But I understand that there's a fear of the outer world and stuff going on in the wider fucking like noosphere and society at large and humanity's collective consciousness, so that is completely warranted. But yeah, just do your best and to try, I guess, to have a bit more. The people who are accusing me of being an AI voice slop channel is just fucking, I don't know, just start training your ears a bit more, really. I don't really know what I can do to make you think otherwise, but yeah, once you start feeding into that worldview so much, it's going to be hard to dig yourself out of it. And even I can't really prove it to you. You just got to keep the faith, Barry. So yeah, just know all the rest of my audience that I would never do that, and I don't have any plans to do it. And I'm personally actually not interested in AI slop to begin with, so why the fuck would I do it myself? Unless you think I'm some fucking like grifter, con artist. And again, I can't really prove that to you. You've just got to roll with it. Yeah, it is a shame though. I mean, I've seen on YouTube. There's many Vivec. I saw this one other day. I can't remember what it was called. I don't even want to like name names or anything. But it was a channel. It used all of my thumbnails, but put them on different like report videos. All of the text was like, it was basically mine but reworked through an AI. All the gameplay but completely reworked with like different shaders and saturation and filters and etc. Same exact music, because it was weird. It was like almost the same exact music but different video game music. It was just literally an AI copycat channel, and I just thought at first like, this is hilarious. Didn't have any subscribers, and realistically, who the fuck's actually going to listen to that in the right mind and consume it? If you actually want to get into that, then what the fuck, mate? Like, and you wonder why we live in such polarizing times in the art world and that. And when realistically, if you don't give these things power, if you don't consume them, they're just going to go away. It's like anything. If Disney starts fucking making these shitty live-action remakes of all of our beloved animated childhood classics, don't fucking go and support it, man. Although I know some people don't really care about movies and that. They'll just go because it's nostalgia bait, and fair enough, whatever, man. I get it. Fucking every time they release one of these remakes of these games, I'm like, oh, shit, yeah. The original's so much better. Mostly, Silent Hill 2 remake was fucking sick for many people who was asking me about that. But yeah, all of these like slop remakes of video games, it's just so culture and media and arts in every like format seem to just be preying on the fucking nostalgia the nostalgia goggles and etc., and feeding on that little like lizard brain thing, like, oh, let's recapture the past and let's hijack people's dopamine by, oh, remember this, we've done it again, it's like how you remembered, and it's fucking, they're always so rushed and shit. And yeah, this is why, even though it is a worrisome time, it will also leave a potential opening for like super creative people to fill the gaps in the world. And when everything goes to shit in any area, there's a void created to allow creative, beautiful, just constructive people to fill that gap with good shit and really tap into what people want. So when movies start going to shit, then there's some like fucking great director who comes about. He thinks like movies are shit. This is subjective. I don't think movies are shit really, but I know a lot of people had said that in like the 2010s with all like the litany of superhero sort of like quite. Yeah, I don't want to say shallow because I've never actually watched them, but people say that like cape shit. It's all cape shit and it's shallow and there's nothing to it, and then that sort of leaves room for say like nuanced niche stuff. Say like the rise of like Robert Eggers and Ari Aster and A24 and all that, and now obviously saying everyone's saying A24 films are all like generic slop. So you can't really win, can you, in this fucking life? Just like what you like and get on with it. Another thing I would like to say is I completely understand why other creators like myself who are in like these niches are worried about these accusations. Well, I don't feed into them. I mean, I guess I have in this video, but I just thought it was. I just think everything's funny. I'm such a comedically minded person that I just thought, oh, go on then, we'll address it because I want to talk about AI and its effect on human consciousness and the future of it. I think that's really interesting. But we'll start it off with something that's bled into my little corner of reality, is me being framed as a fucking AI grifter. But yeah, what can you do? I'm sure someone said on my Discord today, there was like, oh, how would you feel if someone took all of your work? Because there's so much of me talking, not just the trip reports. Funny enough, when I do the trip report voice, it's a bit. How do I do it? The end of everything. An Aeroid trip report from the year 2000. Oh, here's another funny one. We'll end on this. So obviously there's so many accusations of, is this an AI? Was this generated by ChatGPT? It has all the makings of ChatGPT. It's like it's now got to a point where even if you are a creative writer, and I feel fucking bad for people who've written anything post fucking ChatGPT, where even if you're a creative writer and you've got like this super emotional, dramatic prose, and you can flex your vocab and string beautiful sentences together. Got serious wordplay and fucking got sick bars, lad. You just get accused of being ChatGPT because it's too good to be true, and it's like, mate, you can't even get around it. And I tell you what, the funniest ones is, I could understand why that is, because in the wake of it, like I sometimes you just don't know, and that's way murkier, I think, at the minute than the human voice versus the AI voice, which is only going to get murkier. I just personally have a bias towards having faith in people that they wrote it themselves, and if they did use AI to support or like just as a tool to help them out instead of just writing it verbatim, the honesty is very important. Like I remember that Salvia trip report that got sent to me, and the guy was just honest and like, yeah, I used ChatGPT to just help me write this because I struggled writing it in the way that I wanted to convey, but the experience was his. But the minute you say you used AI, everyone would just be like, oh, this is fake. I can't dispel any of them. Well, my phone ran out of space. Tell you what, Spotify Lossless is really filled up my phone. I have like 6,000 songs in one of my playlists, so that's filled up my entire phone storage. So yeah, the one thing that I'll leave it on this note is the one thing that really amuses me is when there's a trip report or anything like an NDE or one of the alien abduction things or anything I just read from the internet, when they're made in like any year pre ChatGPT, and someone will accuse it of being AI generated, and then I'll comment on it, or someone else will reply to them, and they'll say like, you do realize that this report was written before AI came out. There's no way it could have been generated. And then I saw this comment, and it said everything to me about the strange little times we live in. And the guy was like, well, they could have lied about it. They could have just said it was posted on this day. And it's like, so even when you tell them to go to Earwid or any site that literally there's literal like code and actual proof and it's so many ways you could check that it was posted on the day it was, and even just taking their word for it, some people just won't, and they are now just on a crusade of like everything is AI and you should accuse everything of it, and that just really says it all, doesn't it? That people are so wrapped up in their anxieties surrounding this that they cannot be told otherwise. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. And if you'd like me to talk more about this strange times, the thing in the air that's pervading all of our lives, let me know if you'd like me to talk more about that. But if not, peace out.